Stripped down to the bare metal skin to find exactly what went wrong with them. Cases split open, gears in a row, under the light of the shed's dim glow. Measuring the bolt that fell in the pan, a tiny little hitch in the master plan. 5 millimeters wide, 35 long, the piece of the puzzle where it doesn't belong.
Okay, now I've taken the cover off, and the washer is quite brittle. It's not brittle, but it's flat instead of being round, and it sort of feels quite hard. So there you go. I don't know if you can see that. That is squashed like a pancake. It is flip. Yeah, I can feel it sort of. It's crispy on the back. I have heard that they were super glued in from the factory, and the super glue does damage the rubber. So I do have new gaskets. I went and ordered some Viton O-rings. So 10mm on the inside diameter and 2.4 for the thickness, and that looks like it was, yeah, but it's why they didn't make these with a little shaft that went inside, just, you know, this much inside the cover that would hold the O-ring on, and then you could slip it all together, and the oil filter would just push up near it or close to it, because yeah, I'll use some grease. I'm not going to use glue to hold that in, because it will literally just fall out. Now I did do a little bit of a cheat. I googled, and rather than drain all the oil, I put the bike on its side stand, and you could see in the eyeglass the oil disappear. And when I took the cover off, that's all that's come out. Not much at all. So I just won't take a lot to top it up. And I decided while I got this apart, when I had the stator on here, I could turn it by hand, and it was pumping oil quite freely. Like just going like this, it was pumping. So the pump is working well. I think it's just not sending oil through the galleries where it needs to go. And I decided while I got apart, because people did mention maybe the backlash is wrong, so I've double checked the timing points are correct. The decompressor seems to be working, and now there is no backlash in them. They're nice and firm. I can slide them, so which means they're not over tight, and this one's the same. And a tip for anyone else that wants to try this: don't pull it too far out, because I pulled it just that fraction too far, and the hydraulic lifter dropped down, and I can see the push rods in there. Pushed it back up with my fingers, and it was just like a millimetre or less, and I could not get this to go back in. So while the camera's off, I had to take the fuel tank off. I've just loosened it and hung it out the way so I wouldn't have to disconnect anything. I did the 2 bolts on here, took the top off, took the 4 from the rocker arms off to loosen all that. That enabled me to push it back up, slide it back in, and then fit everything back, and then screw them down, and then put the top back on. So I've done all that. So that's just a tip for anyone. So yeah, if you pull it out, it may not go back in. So I'm going to get some grease and refit the O-ring.